Well, our manufacturing is in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, which gives us a little bit of an advantage because as the shipbuilding industry up there has deteriorated, we have become one of the premier employers in town. And we never have a want for employees at the door, and we get good employees. Reputation helps us a lot in a small town. A small town can hurt you too because the rumors that fly and the relationships between their employees. That, you know, I always say if they're not already married, they're dating. So it's a small town atmosphere, and it has worked out well for us.
Well, we get to the kids. GenMet has a passion, I guess, for sharing the story about manufacturing, and that manufacturing is changing, that the picture of what a manufacturing plant or environment looked like 25 years ago is radically different than the picture today. We are a paperless shop. Everything that comes through to our shop employees, our production employees, is on the computer. Most of our equipment is highly automated and requires a certain level of understanding to use that automated equipment. So it's a different type of career than I think it was. Our shop is painted white, which I often wonder about, but we do that because we want to portray a clean environment as opposed to a dirty environment. And I think when you can get to young people and share with them that and work on changing their perception, hopefully that's powerful. We have been instrumental in putting Project Lead the Way into the Cedarburg High School because we're anxious to develop a whole new generation of engineers and folks that will be interested in manufacturing. And we often have tours of high school and middle school kids come through our plant. Next Wednesday, we're going to have 36 Germantown high school students come, and we have them spend about 45 minutes on the manufacturing floor seeing how lasers work and press brakes and other highly automated equipment. And then we give them a blueprint, and we give them a piece of metal, and we have them make that piece of metal per the print. And we have them measure it and make sure that it is to the specifications and help them really understand what manufacturing is.
Sure, I'll build right along with that. Our real push for elevation right now is with our partnership with WCTC, the Waukesha County Technical College. They're very close in proximity to us, which makes it very advantageous to us, but we take full advantage of their training programs. As a matter of fact, we just completed a core manufacturing skills training program last week and actually have another core group that's kicking off today. We have two of our actual employees that are associate professors that teach at the college. We do a lot of technology sharing. We take our retired molds and send them over to a technology shop where they actually have an injection molding machine set up so that as they bring the school-age kids through for tours, they can actually see a mold in work and, you know, get to see a cool frisbee and, you know, a little coat hanger that's produced, and so they can say, wow, you mean you take those pellets and you make something that's actually fun, and try to catch them early, if you will, to hook them. But really building on that educational system within our county and in our region to entice people, bring them out for internships, not only in our technical side of our business, but in accounting and our shipping and logistics, because we try to take a very broad view of our world. As lean practitioners, everything's about a value stream and everything's important. Our customers are just as upset if they get a bad invoice or they get a wrong shipping document as they are if they get a bad product. And so all these aspects of our educational system are important, and all these disciplines are critical. And we're trying to catch them in that middle range.
You know, Linda, you started this question with manufacturing is constantly in the news and all of the bad things that are happening. And it's easy to get caught up in the negative flow. It's almost a competition between the news media and television, who can report things in the most exclamatory fashion. And for those of you that are in pockets that are doing well, or even weathering fairly well, it's easy to fall into that mode, and to a certain degree to be concerned with perhaps sharing the success that you're having. You guys have it right. I mean, the comments of working with kids and the next step of manufacturing, the model's changed completely, obviously, over the last decade or so, and it's going to change dramatically more going forward. I think the key is, again, sharing the success without the fear of, gee, if I share my success, my customers are going to look for a price reduction. Or they're going to wonder, well, why are you doing okay if I'm not? And I think that in not too distant future, we will see the news media starting to report the successes again. And all of a sudden it'll be okay because it'll be the turnaround. It'll be the success story. It'll be the model as to why they were successful. The comments that you made, Mary, about education, you may have mentioned this, Eric, earlier. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening when you introduced me. I'm the president of the school board in Plymouth. And we are doing some really exciting things in a relatively small community of partnering with Lakeshore Technical College, the city development group, the local area businesses, and the high school in particular, where these 4 groups are coming together with a high-speed manufacturing technical center addition to our high school. And the Lakeshore Technical folks will use that at night to train employees or potential employees, and the high school students will learn about these things hands-on with the manufacturers contributing the equipment and likely sending folks, at night. It's that kind of thing that, quite honestly, doesn't cost a lot of money and is going to prepare us, I think, for the future. Sargento today, and you may have similar requirements, the requirements to work at Sargento today are much higher than they ever were before. You're not going anywhere without a bachelor's degree, and you're not going anywhere in our manufacturing facilities without an extensive technical background. And we need to do more and more of that, again, taking advantage of today's environment where people are looking for opportunities for the future and putting them in place today and not holding back and saying, I really can't do that today, because the companies that take that approach today are going to be the ones that are behind a year from now.